Oh no, the battery's dead. And what happened to the hood release? Yikes. Hello and welcome to How to Helen, where you learn something different every day. In this episode, we will be replacing the hood cable release for this 2006 Hummer H3. From the front of the vehicle, there's four 10mm bolts that we need to remove. There's one, there's two, there's one in there, and another one in there. That's from the front. Now from the back grille, there's two 10mm bolts on each end. There's one, and there's two. Let's start with a 10mm bolt in between the grille. So use a 10mm socket and wrench to remove the bolt. Yay, we got it. Second bolt in between the grille. It's also a 10mm. There you go. Second one. Top of the grill, 10mm also. Number three. Left side of the grill. Number four. Next is a nut behind the grill. Now I'm gonna use a pass-through wrench for convenience. Nut. Last nut on the passenger side. Last nut. With all the nuts and bolts out, we should be able to just pull out the grill. But I'm still going to be using some panel removal tool to assist me so I don't scratch any surfaces. So be gentle and careful because you don't know what clips are going to break. Ah, okay. All right. So let's do the other side. Oops. Silly me. I scratched it. Alright, so grill out. Scratched. So onto the cable. So just behind the spring, that round flat black thing is what holds the cable in place. There's a slot on the side that you can slip the cable out. So we're gonna see if we can push the cable out from that slot. Okay, so we're gonna, oh no, oh, huh, so it broke, yay. All right, so it broke. The cable is clipped in various places. Here's one example. Here's a clip that holds the cable in place, so we're gonna pinch that in to take it off. Then here's other places that the cable is clipped in. Right there, just behind the battery. And then it goes straight to the firewall. So push the clip on top, then pull it from the back. There you go. And here's the cable. So next one over on that side. For this one, we're gonna use our plastic removal tool to unpinch it. Hopefully it works. It's almost out, although it's gonna break, I believe. Sorry. Oh well, we'll just replace it if it breaks. Okay, forced it out. Sorry. Before we pull the old cable in through the firewall, I'm gonna tie a piece of thread on it so that when we pull it in, I can, wait. Now before we pull the old cable through the firewall, I'm gonna tie a piece of thread on it so that we can pull it back with the new cable. So it's easier to route the new cable. All right, hopefully that's enough. I forgot to mention that behind the release latch are two screws. So let's take out those two screws. Alright, then pull out the hood release latch. This way, when you pull the cable in or out, it's not sticking to the latch or on the hinge here. Okay, so I'm gonna start pulling the cable from the inside. Alright, I see the thread in. Taking out the thread from the old cable. We're good. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the old cable and the new cable. And of course the old cable has the Bowden cable out because I guess the ball at the end got loose or broken. They are almost the same. Hopefully it pulls the same as well. Now let's put in the new cable. Tying the thread on the new cable. I'm gonna tie it on the end by the ball. Alright, now let's pull it through the firewall. Pulling the cable through the firewall. If there's some weird resistance, make sure to check on the inside. Yeah, it was stuck through the carpet. So we'll continue. Yay. Now analyzing the door latch, I noticed that after passing through this slot, the metal ball or the bullet hole should go through this metal piece. I'm gonna try my best to record it, but it's hard to record because it keeps losing focus and it's in a tight space. But let's see what happens. Okay. Slide in. So there you go. So the metal ball locks in that place. Then the end should, sorry, what's this hookup? Should go here. Gotta take out the ball again. Guess I have to push through here, push in that way, then we hook the metal ball. Now it's a challenge because, oh, and there's no space. There you go. Lock. Lock. Sorry. Alright, so the metal ball is in that slot, and the end clips onto this one. See if I can refocus there. Clips and metal ball, and I have rerouted the cable back to its original position underneath this plate. And this should go here. So I'm gonna start with this first clip. So put the clip in between the cable and lock it in place. There you go. Now before we continue, let's see if this works first, because I don't want to finish up if it doesn't work. So first stop is closing the hood. Right, it's locked in place. Okay, with hood release in hand, let's see if it releases. Huh, it worked! It worked! Now that we know that the hood release is working, we're going to put everything back in the reverse order that we removed them. Now, in case I'm not able to record everything because there's a storm coming, I'm just going to do my closing statements here. And that is how to replace the hood release cable for this 2006 Hummer H3. And if you watch my video on how to open the hood with a broken cable, again, please share the video responsibly. Or, better yet, just don't share it with anyone who doesn't need to know. Second, hood release cable clip. Just put it in between the cables and lock it in place. Hood release rubber grommet. I'm pushing it from the inside. There you go. Locked in place. Hood release latch, just 2 screws that you have to put it in here. And I'm just gonna do that off camera because it's hard to record with no space. So we just slip it here and lock it in place. Very easy. Grill, very easy to install. You just have to align the retainer clips at the end. And once you align it, you can put back the bolts and nuts in place. Now I'm not gonna put the bolts in position yet because I wanna clean the front of the radiator. As you saw earlier, it was very dirty, but you just give it a little kick to lock in place and it should stay in position. There you go. Then if you're done, you just put your 4 bolts and 2 nuts at the back. Hopefully that helps. And that's about it. Let's test it one more time. Lock. And open. So that is how to replace the hood release cable for this 2006 Hummer H3. Thank you for watching.